Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 20 of the Great Pendragon campaign, Age of Uther, year 495. I'm Eric. I'm your game master. I play everyone else, but you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to see these two people play awesome knights, and let's talk about these two people. Jim, who are you, and who are you playing?
Oh, I am. Well, first off, I am Jim Davis, he, him, and I'm streaming from a different location for
Undisclosed.
undisclosed, no real reason other than, anyway, you guys don't care. I am one half of WebDM, and tonight I am playing Sir Irwin, who is how far he's come since the beginning. He's a quite accomplished knight, and man, there's something coming for us, and I just hope he's built himself strong enough rock. At the very least, Gareth has a castle, and they're not far away.
That's true. It's a tower. It's mostly a tower. It's most of a tower.
Listen, it's still more castle-like than anything else we have.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm Colin Vulcanet. I am one half of the Phantom Roll Booth. I do RPGs and RPG adjacent stuff. I'm playing Sir Gareth of Winterborn Gunnet, the Dauntless, who used to be such a shitty person, and now he's trying. he's really trying. I always stop myself short of saying he's like reformed or a better person. He's a better person. He's not a good person. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a better person. He's walking the path towards betterness.
He's walking the
which
path.
Is doing the best he can, which is all we can do in these times.
This is the way.
This is the way. All right, the quote today is I don't know who said it, but I have the quote. When you decide to die, remember to give your enemy the same honor. All right, it's springtime.
Ominous.
Yeah, it's springtime. Quick note, you all would know this. Uther's coming to Sarum because we're having the stuff in Sarum this year. Gareth, assuming you want to hawk your toll road, you can expect an additional $1 at the end of the year.
Nice.
Right.
We've now gone a decade, right? So every 10 years or so, he's gonna pass through.
A big old tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're talking about you, Gareth, here, let's talk about Morgan, the bard that you hired.
Yeah.
Morgan has been pretty slow on the writing of your family saga process, but it's coming along.
Okay.
However, Morgan has been amazing with your kids and family. They're not just a writer, they're a lyricist, they're a poet, they're a real like Renaissance person, if you pardon the anachronism. Morgan has made up so many songs and like done the ring around the rosy kind of rhyme kind of stuff with your kids. And when you first hired them, they weren't really sure about going out to the middle of nowhere and living that sort of parochial life. However, it's been extremely beautiful and liberating to them, and not quite in like a Sound of Music way, but it's kind of out there, right? And the most important thing here are two things. One, you've noticed their eyes have changed from a dull gray to a bright green being out here. And second of all, you all can check your singing and dancing.
Ooh.
For this. Or just for how much they brighten up your life, Colin.
Okay. Oh shit, my singing is getting good. I forgot.
Yeah, so just go ahead and check them. Romantically, romantically it's a little more complicated. I know, just to put it out there, especially for you. This is actually part of the event that I told for you, is that you had a relation, and romantically it's a little complicated because I think you were just talking to them and hanging out with them. Their mind, their eyes, there's something about their wit that keeps you smiling long after they've left the room. Your wife is equally interested to their allure. However, one night, they just kind of change on you. They turn sullen and cold, they're kind of just kind of grouchy, which is very distinct from Morgan's generally bubbliness being out here now. Something's kind of disturbed them, and so you and your wife stay up, as you do, with a glass of wine, or a bottle of wine, I should say, and you watch them from a window as Morgan pretends to be stealthy, or at least tries to be stealthy as the best as they know how. And and you watch them climb up to atop the stable, precariously close to the edge. And they begin to like kind of quietly sing along one of the most like tragic ballads you've ever heard. It's just heart melting, the song of a doomed romance between a boy raised in the woods by like the forest queen mother and an adventurous young lady who finds them. And you know, if the singing was any less transfixing, you would notice all of the deer who have crossed your fields to listen. And your wife just leans on like your shoulder, like her head on your shoulder, and you both kind of listen, and you're kind of just so moved by this song that each of your your chastity just raises by 1 just hearing it.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes, that is the actual event I rolled for you.
I think Gareth is like, you know, usually it's Erwin who is party to these strange dreams and half slumbers. It's interesting sharing it with you.
Oh. Dream or not, that was the most beautiful song I've ever heard.
Did I accidentally hire an elf?
Don't be silly, he says.
Of course. Hate to be silly, like climbing on a roof of a stable and singing to deer.
Oh, certainly. What would an elf be doing in London? Certainly, there are weird fae folk over in London, but an elf, please, they live in woods.
It's a fair point. Must have a reason to be here. Explains why he brightened up when we brought him. Would you like to hold hands now? I know we don't do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I imagine that's like a real intimacy between them. Like, they'll hate fuck all day, but
that's what
those
I mean.
like actual vulnerabilities.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I explicitly called out your wife putting her head on your shoulder, just listening. For sure. All right. Camera goes over to Erwin. Erwin. Similar but also different. Grade. And you spend more and more time together this winter and going into spring. This past winter has just been nothing but good times, and you feel your love grow stronger and stronger between you two. She's your life, and your life is hers. And you spent the time together doing something new. Take a skill that's below 10, and you gain 1d6 points in it. Furthermore, check love of your wife.
Right. I think I know what I might pick here.
Yeah, and tell us what it is. Fishing, boating. No,
yeah, right. I'm thinking like there's not much about
skill, obviously.
No. There's not much that Erwin can share of his life with, like his life as a knight with his wife, except for hunting. Hunting is something you can ride across the countryside. You can have others do the actual act for you. You know, there's hounds, so it's sort of something you can participate in as a couple without needing necessarily anything other than to know how to ride. So I can see.
And you go out there and we.
Is that nice? Yeah.
It's a nice go stroll through the woods, the dogs and your bannermen. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes. All right, where's my
very romantic
D6? Here we go.
Add 4 to your hunting.
Plus 4. Bringing that up to 7.
Yep. The in the woods, it's very romantic.
Right.
Following the baying of hounds. So, yep. Cool. Other than that, everyone's coming in here for the feast this year. You should be expecting a lot of people, and it's gonna be a big feast. Other than that, anything y'all want to do solo wise? Want to try to get a check in something? Talk to somebody? Do any plans before the feast?
Yeah, I have something.
Yeah, for sure. Let's stay on you.
All right. So at some point, Erwin wants to, excuse the term, blood Pendragon and test him in battle somehow. Are there any bandits about? There's that big wild country just east of Childerton, sort of like between there and the Harewood, where there's not really any manors. I don't know. Yeah, you just start taking him out on patrol, something.
Sure.
I had similar thoughts actually with Iskiran. So,
do you want to do this together? Like, say, like it's a little bit of like a part of a patrol or something. You guys are have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be like between Winterborn Gunnet, Pitton, and then Childerton, like that triangle.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. So right now, you all know the war's coming. You all know it's going to happen. You just don't know where yet. So yeah, best be prepared.
We don't need their first time to be a big battle.
Yeah, totally. All right, so you all are out there. I mean, it's probably not that difficult to run into some peasants. Let's just see how. Well, yeah, they're about what you expect. Nothing too big. Let's say it's like maybe like 2 families or so out there in the woods. You come across their tracks, and you haven't found them yet, right? But you found the tracks to them, and you found their water source, and so it's probably just a matter of time till you find them.
Yeah.
Anything you're expecting to do? Want to like zoom in there and talk about like the approach or lessons before you go into battle, or do you just want to go through and test their mettle?
Yeah.
I'm making a note real quick.
I think Gareth is gonna be like, Iskaran has not been a great. He's actually been a kind of a bad squire so far, until lately, and he's gonna impress on Iskaran and be like, "You are not a good swordsman. I've seen you with that lance. There's nothing to be particularly proud of. That's to be expected at your age. The thing you need to learn is to follow through. If you're going to strike with everything. If you're going to ride like hell. Because in battle, that's what keeps you alive. More than anything else. Not just your skill, but the will to see it through, to see it done."
Okay, if that's what you say, sir.
Now, come on, say it. Can you try and say it louder? Like, come on, sit up in those stirrups. Stand up in those stirrups.
Yes, sir. And he stands up. He's like 16, 17.
Yeah, close enough.
It's about the follow through.
There we go. That's the way, Allington.
Yeah. All right, we get these bandits or what? And then, Erwin, what are you?
Yeah. He's going to, Pendragon has been training for, I have 19 as their skills. So that means they've been with us 3 years.
Oh, and they're 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So I figure they've learned all they can. So everyone is just going to be like, it's going to be over before you know it. And you'll think that you did everything wrong. You might not even know how you survived. But if you keep at it and keep your wits about you, you'll continue to survive. You have a will to live, then you'll continue to survive.
Right. Okay.
And if it comes down to you and the other one, it has to be you.
Okay. Do it.
You're like, follow my lead.
Yep.
Awesome.
Game face. Shoot helmets down.
Cool. Yeah, and you go ride them through. Give me. I think the important question here isn't you guys are in danger and how much damage you do and that kind of stuff. The important question is the performance of your squires and them listening to you, right? And seeing them tested. So I think maybe just roll squire here because like that's really the question that we want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want them to like, were you gunning for like a battle test for like strategy or like some kind of like, did you ask for prudence there for you? Like that might be like a check for prudence, like teaching prudence. Your squire, and like you might have been testing valor. Like you might, like
I could see that.
What lesson you impart to your
I
squire
mean,
there.
I would appreciate a check out of it. But we don't have to zoom in or anything.
No.
Yeah.
I think if your squire succeeds, then you get a check because that means your words struck
that
when
makes
they
good.
resonated. Okay?
That makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think
Your speech sounded valorous. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
I think Valor sounds good because it's not just the valor, the subtle valor is like being able to lead a young kid into a possibly deadly situation.
It's not
being able to.
It's not the dog in the fight; it's the fight in the dog. It's like which to me is valor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's your fight.
Yeah.
It's your willingness to stay there. So
Cool.
That sort of lesson to me screams valor.
Awesome.
It could be something else if you wanted it.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of would be energetic, but
right, kind of seize the day kind of thing. But I don't know. I think valor fits a little bit better.
Valor fits for me.
Cool. And then, Jim, you're picking prudence.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because
survive.
Yeah, your life. Prudent is probably the best one. None of the others fit very well.
Definitely not reckless. Like you're preaching the opposite of reckless.
I think.
Yeah. No, that's not worldly.
No, I think it is prudent.
And the reason why you check is whether or not your character actually believes that they're prudent. Does the word still ring true to them as well, saying them and imparting them?
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Let's do it.
And just a check at the end of the year. It's not like a formative life experience. It'll be fine. All right, test your squire. Show me your moves. You crit. Super prudent.
Nice. Ooh.
Pedrog, come on.
Oh, Pedrog comes through today.
Man.
Good job, Pedrog.
Good job.
I mean, Isgarn is fine, right? Super fine, but Pedrog exceeds expectations.
Well done.
Yeah,
got a great squire this time around. Pedrog has been like,
he's hungry for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He thought he didn't have what it takes, but it's the opposite. He's actually
because he was the London boy, the son of the. Yeah, he had everything to prove.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that, I think. Like, which one is taking the London merchant son?
Yeah, that's what I love about this game. It's just like a fucking tiramisu of goodness of tabletop. Just builds on it each year.
It's
random shit.
Very lovely.
All right.
I love it.
Cool. So yeah, you all come back happy getting rid of these bandits. You don't get all of them. They're like, we'll get back at you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You never heard the last of McDougal. And
get back.
Yeah, right. As they run off.
Right.
Cool.
Sweet. Excellent. Well, that's that's what I wanted. Pedrog is.
Now you all get to go feast with your squires too.
Yeah, very good.
Feast. Oh yes, I forgot because we did a whole year in like one.
Yeah, we just zoomed through it all.
Zippity zoomed.
You guys are great. Jump you over to the game screen.
All right.
Geniality needs adjusted.
Okay.
Also, normally we ended up the past couple sessions, not to throw anyone under the bus. We've always started a little bit late, and so it feels weird to be at 4:30 right now, and we're cruising. Good.
Yeah, GM.
There was one last thing before.
Go ahead.
Before we left the spring, did we figure out how much just a palisade would run?
Yeah. By that I mean no. Let's say smooth 8.
I feel like I looked it up. The problem is after the session, I look it up and then I don't write it down or something.
I think it's about 8. I don't know. Let's say it's 8. I'll give it to you for 8.
8's fine.
You got a wall guy.
Yeah.
And it for 8. You have the glory. You want a wall? You can have a wall. Great.
Yeah. At the very least, a wall. We'll build it up over the years.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like everyone with a manor is basically building up walls at this point. I mean,
a stockade is 6 in the base book. A ditch and rampart is 1. A motte and bailey is 25. So, like 8 to 10 sounds good for a palisade.
Yeah, we're not going to cheap out on this one. We're getting at least an 8 one.
Yeah. All right. So the feast. All of Uther's allies have come to the feast. Madoc has not, though. Madoc is needed in the north as King Canaan and him are gathering their forces for the long march for the battle. But he is in communique with Uther about where to go. Many in Uther's court, and this is very common, and this is why I'm just giving you sort of a free gossip starting out here. But many in Uther's court share that privately, and it's just kind of a thing, but they never talked about it at the high court. But Uther's illness and his wife's melancholia is questioning whether or not Uther's going to be the right person for leading a battle. Like, this is the right call. Some are whispering that they wish Madoc was here so they could kind of ask him to take over for this. Right? So there's sort of there is a sense of like, I mean, Uther's been sick now for 2 years. That like he's not getting better. I've never seen him raise Excalibur in years. Right? And they think that he's either being cursed by Merlin, or he's just gonna die, and that this is dangerous, right? So it's not exactly the happiest Easter you've ever been to.
No.
How far the mighty have fallen. There was a year where it was just him trying to figure out the 1 or 2 votes that would have get him High King, and now people are like, oh, he can't even lead us into battle.
Yep.
Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's only 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He'd just gotten Excalibur, right? There was that big feast when Merlin presented, and there were like 2-3 votes he needed. It was like nothing.
Different era, different time.
It really was.
A lifetime nothing ago. Like it. Yep.
A lifetime ago.
I know what it is. Yeah. So appearance tests, right?
Yes. Let's just do an appearance test. I'm not going to do any success.
Welcome to... Oh, you're below the salt.
Yep.
He was near the salt 1 year.
Yeah.
Too much.
I think I've been above the salt 3 times.
You get snubbed all the time. And your
All
appearance...
the time.
There was the time
he does have those horrible facial scars. Yeah. Like I imagine most people don't necessarily want to eat next to him.
Yeah, but you are in Sarum.
I am.
You
I don't know what that means for my glory.
Weren't you above the salt one time? I think
I was with you above the salt. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one time
sitting at the high table.
Yeah.
Yes, I got invited up there. That was when Erwin got too drunk.
That's why it's never been back.
Had the VIP access. Yep.
Whereas he ate all the eels last time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The wedding.
Yes.
Oh, I love this game.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's like, no, you got to be below the salt because otherwise you'll eat all the eels and bream pasties. Pasty.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the feast? Oh, it is. It's pastries first go around.
Pastries this time. Roast eagle. Roast
nice.
grain roast eagle.
A lot of birds.
This is someone's trying to cheer Uther up.
Yeah.
Made you your favorite
I love the symbolism
meal.
of a roast eagle.
Yeah.
As a symbol of Rome.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Right.
Like,
and Sagarius.
Do they maybe?
Yeah.
Like,
they probably did.
They give it a little like laurel crown with paisley and
parsley. Yeah. A little
parsley
Roman thing. Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Love when the dice come together like that.
Nice.
All right. So we're on the first round.
We're on the first round.
First round.
What am I limited by in Below the Salt? I really have. It's been so long, I've forgotten.
You just don't get automatic glory per turn.
Yeah, you don't get the automatic.
Okay, you don't get the. Oh, that's why he always comes up. So okay, and now I'm remembering why. Erwin.
But you do draw 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
When you're this far below the salt though, like you're hanging out with everybody. Like you're just with the
He
plebs,
schmoozes.
right?
Yeah,
You're
he's like the
cheap
doorman.
seats. You're not on the floor, but yeah, you're doing okay.
You draw
checks
4.
in on all the new guys.
Like
I draw 4.
Yeah.
Not 3. You skip. You go directly from 1 to 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, those are the glory ranks.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'll double check.
No, it's 3 cards. It's 3 cards in the Book of Feasts. It's notable. 4,000 glory draws 3 cards. I have it open. I have a handout for it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's
also in the handout.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, the Age of Uther I think is different than other ages maybe.
So it says I've got one extra card, but I do
itchy
not see it.
I see it. Do you want me to steal it and play it?
Yeah, because I don't see it on my.
You put it in your hand. You put it in your hand at the bottom left. It goes
when
above
I go
your name.
and select it, I don't see it. Like the menu comes up, cards in hand.
Yo, what did you do?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I also can't
stealing.
steal
Is
it.
there a thing up there for it? What did you? How did
let
you
it
see
go.
even possible?
Oh, and now it's gone.
All right. Well,
No,
First
Eric
one I-
has it.
Eric's got
apparently
it.
I have it now, but I don't even
Yeah.
see it. It's literally empty. It's a ghost card. We have a
Ghost
ghost card.
card.
We have a ghost card, ladies and gentlemen.
This is
All right.
Ghost
This is actually
card.
Well,
Just drawing.
we're gonna ignore the ghost card.
We'll never know what that card is.
never gonna know. It's gonna haunt me to the end of my days. Young braggarts, which would looks like it tests per round, is one of them. The other one is more food.
Oh no.
Timber versus, but it would be all players test. Thankfully it's not a host card.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is Holy Blessing. Oh, I keep this one.
Ooh. That is.
Yeah.
That's a
All
good
right.
card.
This is a good card because I'm otherwise not going to get. It's a guaranteed 15 glory.
You're not indulgent, are you? No.
I'm not. I think I am like 12-8. You may discard this card before making any roll or test during the feast. If you do not roll, succeed automatically. Cannot draw cards while you keep this one. And if you have it, it's 15 glory.
Oh, that'd be a good one to get last.
Yeah, I think the last time I got it on the last round. You know what? I'm gonna. But if I'm not drawing cards, what am I gonna roll?
Well, this might be a good chance to do like some intrigue, right?
I was gonna say that could be it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep this card, Holy Blessing, and the next round.
Because there are things we want to know. There are things we want to know.
Yeah, keep it, Holy Blessing.
Am I really that pale? I'm seeing myself in the video.
You're getting washed out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's the second monitor. I think I need to like.
I know. I feel that life.
I'm gonna hire Jess to do all my lighting for me.
Do it.
Okay.
You get your geniality?
Right. And
I think we forget, but geniality also adds to certain tests when you test them.
Yeah,
like flirting and all the good stuff. All right, let's see what we got.
I can see how a feast that lasts like 6 or more rounds would be like a very different kind of thing, because you could build up a bunch of geniality, go do the games and stuff.
It's true.
All right,
I am abbreviating some stuff here for the purposes of a 2-hour game.
Oh yeah. This isn't.
Ooh.
Sorry, where are we looking at? We're looking at these two. Right?
Gossip. I was like, ooh, this is a nice one. I like this gossip one.
Things real.
And then I read the other one. A lady asks if you believe in fairies and spirits. I have to choose that one. Obviously, I'm choosing that one.
You got that one on the feast when you were going to go out to on your trial, right?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
All right.
Let's do worldly versus spiritual. Is that what it is?
Spiritual's coming in pretty hot. Spiritual wins.
Spiritual win, and I succeeded on both, which I feel makes it more complicated, right? This wasn't as simple as disregarding, and I think yeah, I think Gareth's like, I believe what I have seen and what I have heard, and these things people tell me of fairies, sprites, an elf king in the forest, a giant on a hill. I know not. I cannot know. Only God knows. I do my best. But let me tell you about my best. Owen, you remember that goat hill, that fucking goat, and then the giant, and I start going off on that story.
So good. So that's a geniality?
No. So
That's
spirituality wins, which means now I have to roll fairy lore. And if I succeed, this seems needlessly complicated, but my fairy lore is garbage. Yeah, so I don't get oh, the card's worth geniality. Never mind. So yeah, I don't get an extra.
You don't get the bonus one, but they don't want to hear about that story.
No, as I recall, I had that one written down. I think people are tired of the Goat Hill story.
Yeah, at this point.
Every time the goat gets larger, the giant doesn't. He just, every time he tells a story, it's like a 12-foot goat by now. That fucking goat.
Gareth's goat.
All right. Yeah.
Oh my.
Garrett's goat.
Okay. So we're on a new round.
Yeah. This is sorry, we never said the round, the length of it. Let's go with 3.
Okay. So I think for this one, maybe Erwin just is a tickle in the back of his neck or something, and he goes and seeks out Gareth to just have a quick sidebar, quick chat with.
Sure.
He's feeling lucky, and so I don't know. This is one of those. I am not an intriguey sort of person, especially not this time of day. I'm thinking it'd be good to figure out the loyalty of some of these lords. Like, Uther's been sick. He hasn't had his source of power. Like, how hollow is this thing he's built?
I think we can be more specific than that with the question. Yeah. I think we want to know, if not Uther, then who? Right? Yeah. Is this are people coming in behind Maddock, right? Are they trying to see Maddock put up there? Are they rallying around the Silchester Duke Ulfius? That would be where my money was. I don't think it. Yeah. I think if not Uther, then who?
Yeah.
I mean, Madoc would probably be the answer for most people.
That was kind of my impression there.
But you're right. He's an asshole. So actually asking you about how that frizzers is not a bad idea.
Yeah. I think there's certainly knowing more. At the very least, if it just comes up a confirmation of Madoc, then we know, we just know. We know, we're more certain in our knowledge.
Yeah.
So I think, would like to intrigue as best Erwin knows how, and then use that card.
So you're going to intrigue.
Yes. Sorry, I keep making notes, so that's why I go quiet. Yes, I'd like to intrigue.
All right, go ahead and test intrigue.
So. And
this goes about hearing sort of how people feel about Uther, and I'll let you. Yeah, I'll tell you what you find out.
All right. So you may discard this card before making any roll or test during the feast. If you do, you do not roll but succeed automatically. So I'm going to discard Holy Blessing.
Oh, to just succeed?
Yeah, to just succeed. I don't get the glory at the end, but it lets me succeed.
Okay. Cool. So
I was not going to roll against my 2.
Yeah. All right, then. The music stops like between the meals, and there's one of the, I call it a prayer, and then there's sort of like a little speech that Duke Ulfius is going to give, and that he basically shuts he comes out and he's pretty blunt about it, and he goes like, my lords and ladies, I have never been one much for words, but I know that there's been whisper mongers among us that question the strength of our king. I will not hear that. No more. We were fighting Saxons, and they are nothing but men. They bleed like men. And when you let them into your hearts, and you let fear into them, you fight the battle for them. Uther is a great king, and he is our king. And, like, he gets everyone around, and, like, everyone cheers, I guess. And you're like, yeah, and they're still a little, not really sure. Erwin, he's got everyone else kind of, like, swindled with this. This dude definitely is he's using this moment to show that he is strong more than Uther.
Yeah, this looks like a flex.
This is a flex. This is to see who cheers for him despite his words, kind of. Like, this is him trying to gauge support.
Yeah, and right. Ulfius is Silchester's
he's the big boy.
Okay.
The rich London county.
Yep. Right. So that's his immediate, like, right-hand man, probably just below Madoc, yep. Duke Ulfius then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's something about this. This is suspect. All right. Erwin's going to remember this.
Cool.
Nice.
Good use of your card.
That is a good use. That gives us, because it could have been that he is the loyal lapdog, right? He's nothing but Uther's attack dog, but now we know.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for a chance.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm imagining like a like Sherlock scan moment, like we zoom in on Erwin's like eyes and we see the Duke like toying with his ducal ring, or like his eyes flitting around the room.
Yeah, I've seen
little smug smile at the end.
Exactly.
He spends Erwin has an 18 loyalty. He knows what loyalty looks like.
Oh, that's perfect.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
Beautiful.
It's more of a Gareth move, huh?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Speaking of, he would, once the feast is over, he'd share his thoughts, but we'll finish out the feast.
Right. Round 2. Kind of delicioso I got.
Cards. Two
what is generous
host. Host requires help for one of his other guests.
Oh, that is a host card.
That's a host card, but then you got a faith and a snow card. You gain additional $, exceptional harvest next turn interface. That's amazing.
That would have been nice to get.
Yeah.
But instead I'm moving up.
Okay.
I think Gareth is like, now that he knows this, he's like, yeah, now let me get a seat next to the Duke.
So you're brought up to above the salt. So you're sitting at Uther's table, probably at the end. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
But what is it that brings you up here and how you're able to get up here? Is this through your wife's connections? Is this calling in a favor from someone else? Like, or is this your own feeling and dealing? There's no wrong answer. I'm just wondering what it looks like how you got up here.
Poetically, I think the wolf, right? The old wolf, mm-hmm. The Marshal of Salisbury. I think Gareth goes to him and is like, you may remember me from when I embarrassed myself. But I just wanted to like say hi and schmooze a little, and I think he's the one who gets him to the table.
Good. I could use your help with this other, Sir Edgar, and and you talk
mm-hmm.
about it, right? Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Good card.
Good card. Simple card. Last round.
Oh, all right. I'm going to draw 3 fresh ones.
I don't think we've ever seen Christian Blessing get drawn before.
That's a new one to me.
Yeah, it's a new one.
I thought I've seen all the cards. Yeah. Obviously, how many cards are in this deck?
Like 100 and something, 17.
Oh.
You don't get any more cards above the salt, Colin.
Oh, dicks.
You have to be on your best behavior.
Of course I do.
Let's see. I had Inflamed Passions,
Ooh.
which would be a duel, looks like.
Yep.
Or chance for a duel. Next one is Lost Love. Weeping Knight moans his lost love. Ooh, I don't know. That might be fun if Uncle's there.
Yeah.
And
I like what you went exactly where my head was going.
Right. The host calls upon you to entertain with story, music, or song. Ooh, I think Lost Love is the winner here, not just narratively, but in terms of interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We mentioned this before, right? Your uncle and your uncle's escapades. Mind Dog's having a little bit of a beef with Ferumbus.
Yep. We convinced Mind Dog to back down from a proposal.
Yeah, now
he's
super melancholic, man.
Yeah.
Does it because he's a good soldier, but doesn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, and last year, with the Earl getting married, it just didn't seem right to try to, also arrange for the uncle. So I can imagine. Maybe Erwin seeks him out.
Sure. He'll be below the salt.
Yeah.
Head over to him.
Right.
Yeah. He's just sopping into his cup.
All right. I'm just going to test merciful versus cruel. Let's see. What's my character?
Oh, Mind Dog, you really stepped in it this time.
All right. He's in the doldrums.
He's so sad he's referring to himself in third person.
Merciful, which is at a 9. Which, here we go.
Nice. Yeah. All right, test cruel.
Indeed.
What are we about to find out about Erwin?
Yeah. Your well-intentioned advice has terrible...
Yeah.
You realize the way you say it, it's actually way worse than what it is.
It's actually way worse.
Have you tried stop being sad?
Yeah.
Yeah. How? I mean, Erwin is not frequently cruel.
No.
That's different from insensitive. Cruel is like the twist. Yeah, you stab someone by accident, but cruelty is when you twist it.
I mean, how reconciled is the family with this? I mean, he's what, our grandmother's half bastard brother?
Yeah.
I can see there being some bitterness in the retort.
Yeah.
Some edge.
Like metaphorically, he's been sleeping on the couch for how long?
Right. Yeah. What does he expect now? Why would you expect any different? Maybe a little too honest.
I love that. Just a little that casual, like, why would you expect any different?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you expect. Yeah, I don't know what you expected. It's actually like, oh.
That's rough.
That's real rough.
Yeah, he just gets up and, my lord, excuse me, and kind of leaves. Oof. So you lose to geniality. You're gonna lose.
So I would lose the one that I get.
And I don't mean, can you go into negative geniality?
I don't know.
But you keep the card anyway, so that goes to 0.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully. All right. Okay, that's a way to end the feast.
There you go. What a feast.
What did I say?
Yeah.
It was like literally.
Listen, I mean, he would. I just come from this thing with Duke Ulfius and suspected him. What is, he's got other things on his mind. Why are you going to talk about your trying to get married?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Gareth, whatever will I do if I'm not allowed to draw cards?
You have access to any famous person you want.
Obviously. Obviously, I have to take this opportunity seriously. But what I really want to do is play chess against Ulfius. I
don't think that's in the cards.
Yeah.
He's gonna be too busy. He'll talk to you. He'll give you some honest. He'll give you some real talk if you want. But he doesn't have time to play a game of chess.
Yeah, that is what I want to do. I don't.
You can ask him to promise to play a game later, like that night after the feast. And
I was
can do
going to
that
suggest. I was going to suggest it would be like me and my wife. When I'm away, I will often send messages back with the movements of my chess pieces, and then she will respond with her own. And I thought, what a diverting way to spend a season. Really? So like that in the fiction, that's how he's like weaseling in sideways, but mechanically sort of, or not necessarily mechanical, but like more abstractly, Gareth wants that line of communication, wants that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works. I think that he's either going to say that that's a very novel idea because he hasn't heard it, right? And as a reward, I think he'll do it. If you succeed. Otherwise, he's just going to take your idea and play against those merchants. Get his money back.
That's
so
sounds right.
See how you roll.
What am I rolling?
Oh, I believe you're trying to ask for a favor here. So I think you're either, if you're trying to be like intrigue, I don't know. So I can see a case for courtesy or intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them would work for me.
Okay. One of them is 9 higher than the other, so I think I'm going with intrigue because the game isn't the important part.
Yeah,
it's the
because exactly that's why
back channel. That's
exactly.
the word, back channel.
It's that it's not actually about the game for you.
No, look at that.
What? Yes, he's passed.
Yeah,
so that's a success.
I think the way I frame it is, I suggest I talk about this like chess by mail. I would suggest playing chess with a knight, someone who knows a bit about warfare and strategy, not one of those lily-palmed merchants.
They would know a real sword if they had their head chopped off.
They'd probably be too busy trying to sell it. But they do.
He snorts, because they sell stuff. That's good.
They sell things. I have to resist turning into like the like 80s jock bully. Like these fucking London nerds buying and selling their numbers,
keeping track of their debts like a bunch of losers. Oh yeah, they're super into it. They're like, playing by mail, by courier. All right, I'll give it a try. And your name, and like you get there, like you get to actually introduce yourself.
Yeah. Cool.
Hopefully he remembers you someday. Debuni have 4,000 glory.
Me.
Assuming you survive.
I am so close.
Otherwise, you'd be like, does anyone know some Silchester, like at the battle? Anyone know some Silchester knight? He was talking about Gareth. I don't know. He's kind of an asshole, and everyone's like, oh, you mean Gareth?
Actually from Salisbury, but all right.
Oh, whatever. I'm just talking pretentiously after I overthrow Uther and take over everything.
As if.
Yeah, that was a slip. Like that's awesome. An ambition slip. All right. Summer, right? Anything to do before, after the feast? Anything finals as the feast's over? Glory?
No, I just got the 50 glory, I think.
Yeah.
1, 2, do. No, you should have. Yeah, you don't get. No, you got to get a geniality for being above the salt.
Oh, yeah, I would have gotten 2 geniality.
Oh, yeah, so then you actually got yourself a lot of glory there, my friend. 1, 2,
I did.
40 glory, 70 glory.
Officially 3,700. I think one good year or one battle, just one battle, and I'm there.
Oh yeah, making it in.
This game is good at teasing you just long enough without fighting, where you forget how terrifying the fighting is and you want it again. It's like getting a tattoo, right? It's like as soon as you start forgetting the needle, you're like, I could go for another one.
Could use it.
It's been since 491 since we last had a battle. Tinted Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then it was like a night raid.
the last fight I had was 493, and that was the one-man ambush on a bunch of brigands.
Oh, you guys just ran through some bandits, so you had to shake off your own rust. I like that you disguised it over just being for
That's true.
was just a simple training exercise. Awesome. So the royal army of Uther marches 1,500 knights and 5,000 men afoot close on to the city of St. Albans through heavy rain. So let me bring you over to the Britain full map so we can talk about where we're going. St. Albans is over here in Hertford, Essex.
Nice.
This is where we're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Good place for a battle.
Is a good place to die. All right. So here's what happens. The peasants of the region and around the city of St. Albans flock to Uther's camp as you all get there in the early day. They tell of a Saxon surprise assault and that the Saxons have taken the city, but the gate is still open. Uther preaches prudence at this moment, knowing that Madoc has yet and his Irish forces have yet to arrive. But his words aren't listened to for the first time. I'm just giving you this. I don't think your characters probably hear this part, right?
Okay.
Duke Ulfius steps up and wishes to bring the glory to the king and rides with his knights to Silchester to claim the city for Uther and seize the gate. So I think that's the first thing you guys hear, is that there's a call out saying that Ulfius is basically riding out. And you're like, whoa, are we riding out? That's what's going on?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, we going? Is that what's doing it? Like, and everyone's like, no, it just, the Silchester Knights are kind of going and anyone wants to go with them.
Ooh, is this a question?
Well, I mean, Uther is like, doesn't want to go, and the rest of Uther's troops aren't moving.
Yeah.
Right. That would look real bad if we went.
It would look real bad. Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk to your Earl?
Yeah. That was. I was gonna take the temperature. Yeah. Let's take the Earl's temperature.
Earl's telling you all not to go. You should stay with Uther.
What's happening? Why would Duke Ulfius ride for the city?
Glory. Thinks we need a win. And if he gets a win, then all the more power to it.
Try to catch Gareth's eye.
Yeah, and Gareth is going to be like, do you recall the glory heaped on Uther's older brother for the victory at St. Albans? Like, trying to, like, say without saying, like, Ulfius is trying to, like, appropriate some of that political goodness.
Well. And the Earl's like playing let's wait and see. He's the Earl. Roderick isn't necessarily super ambitious. He also still doesn't have a kid. Like doesn't have a son. Like he's, especially at this point, he's like, I'm playing safe right now. I'm gonna coast in on whoever wins.
Fair move.
Would it be out of line to ask permission?
No,
right. I know
not at all.
Okay.
There's been riders going out for people to come, right? And he's like, well, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna look at Gareth and Erwin and be like, if he attempts to steal glory from Uther, perhaps we can steal some right back for him. This way, he cannot say that it was my Silchester arms alone which St. Albans was taken.
We would need more men with us, I should think. Otherwise, we might find ourselves surrounded by Silchester men in a city.
Yep. I'm gonna whistle for my family members.
The question is if you have enough time to get everyone else to go.
Yeah,
that's the stake here. So I don't know what kind of role that would be, but like that's the question. Like we gotta go now. Is kind of the idea, right?
See, battle. as like how quickly can you muster and rally soldiers? I don't know.
Yeah, how organized they are, or like.
Yeah,
I could do that. I could see that.
Okay.
I could also see like an orator test.
Or
if you wanted to give a rousing speech of like men of the West, like kind of like Aragorn thing.
Yeah.
No, I'll allow that, but also I think a battle would be fine.
Battle, yeah.
Yeah, you got him.
All right.
In the worst possible way, but yeah.
Yeah, no explanation. Gareth just like rides through his Escalon, just like slapping the asses of horses as he goes by. He'll explain on the way.
Yeah.
Battle, Erwin.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got lost in the overwhelming feeling of walking into a trap. That's all right.
Right. Fighting Saxons.
Right. That's fine. Erwin's got a much higher valor than I do, surely.
And Gareth has a much higher energetic than I ever will.
All right.
Yeah.
You got your family knights as well, and what's their name? You got your knight, your loyal knight, and their household people.
Nesta.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That means I have Maris, the Maris knight, the guy
you got
with
Morris.
a sword value of 4.
Oh yeah, you got Maris. Yep.
Oh. Hey, look, he's just gonna sink or swim.
Gonna sink or swim. Listen, sometimes all you need is bodies.
Yeah. So like as you're lining up,
it's not even 4.
You're getting thrown in. So you're just getting thrown into like whatever like the cheapest skill they have that can like hold you, right? That's just sort of pretty impromptu. But as fate would have it, Cole wins in that group. And I think that's sort of, you have a moment of looking at it, Erwin, is that you? Erwin.
Yeah.
Shoulderton.
Yes.
They take off their helmet and like their hair is short, but it's Colin.
Very well, very good. I'm happy they're still around and they've survived.
Yeah.
Wish them good fortune in the bloodletting that's about to occur.
May you have may you have the greater glory. See, like they put their helmet on, right? Like wishing you good luck and having good stuff here. Yeah.
So we're all in a. Are we all in a? You said something right there at the beginning, like that there was enough to fit us into something,
like in a skill, like basically like a squad of knights.
Gotcha,
right?
Gotcha. I thought for a second, you said something about a boat, but
no, sorry, no. But like you are going to be like storming into a city, right? So you're just going to be kind of wide and then kind of narrow in. Is sort of the idea here, but yeah. Right, cool. So you guys start charging in. The van goes in first. Right. And can you all make an energetic test for me to see like as you guys are charging in, how like where you guys kind of end up in the sort of marching order of everybody going in at once into the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erwin's energy.
13.
Oof.
Little ooh.
Okay, cool. So then I think it's kind of around you guys when there's like a surprise where it is a trap is revealed. Coming out of like the houses and stuff of this town are Saxons waiting for you to come in here and fight you off your horses narrowly, and then the gate starts coming down. And I think that's the point where Colin and Erwin get separated, like between you two.
Yeah.
And Erwin's trapped on the inside, and Garrett's on the outside. And
wouldn't it be the other way around?
No, because you passed your energetic test. So you're fast enough to respond to not getting like trapped by this.
Oh,
it's a bad thing to be on the outside, to be on the inside.
Oh,
as I'm describing here.
Oh,
and all of a sudden, like from the tops of the bannerments, these Saxons that were laying down get up and they start hurling javelins and shooting everybody. And you're still in the gatehouse, but like all of a sudden it's just like completely bedlam, and people are turning around. The Duke's in there with you though. And like everyone's just fighting as thousands of Saxons come pouring out into these streets here and just trying to massacre you.
All right. So you said we're near the gatehouse still?
Yeah, and so everyone's trying to get this fucking portcullis open, right? Like everyone immediately is stopping what they're doing and trying to do that, while everyone else is also now shooting down on you, and has turned into a complete clusterfuck.
Yes.
This actually baited you right into this trap.
Yeah.
We got baited so hard. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
It was such a Gareth thing to do.
Is anyone giving any orders or commanding anyone here?
Yeah, the Duke's fight. Like, fight, God
the Duke's still here.
Yeah, the Duke's not dead.
In that case,
every man. Fight. Get it open. Yeah. You got to take the gatehouse. You guys got to take the gatehouse.
Let's do it. All right. So Erwin's just gonna lead his lance in. I'm imagining we're not dehorsed yet, are we?
Yeah, no, you guys are on your horses because you guys are kind of riding in first, but you're not. It's not just the cavalry charging into a city. Like your footmen and stuff are coming up with the ladders and stuff. Right, just
gotcha.
Well, they're just further behind. They're not as fast as horsemen, right? And you all want that glory. And
gotta carry all those ladders.
Yep. So you guys are stuck, and you got to get these ladders up there while everyone's shooting and stuff.
So Erwin's on the inside. He's got to force the gatehouse. I'm on the outside. Can Gareth just jump down and like try and help lifting this portcullis to get people back out?
The knights on the inside can try to help like get this thing open, right? I think every other knight now near you, Colin, is trying to like get this thing open, right?
Yeah.
I would like to try and roll my love of Erwin on this to motivate me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you see it's a shit show, and you know if you don't open, then he's certainly dead. He will die because there's no like anyone in there is going to die.
Okay, success. All right, my love of Erwin has slipped through the years. Right, it's one of my lowest passions.
This is why I use this as a failure. It's weird that it's energetic means that you're ahead, but I think that the fact that this turns into this kind of moment where now you have blundered and the other person succeeded.
Yeah,
is important.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. So there's you call on it. Jesus. I'm not sure it's 11, by the way. I think it's worse than that. I don't think you've been degrading it. I think it should be around 9. I think on.
Yes, because it's degraded at the same rate of my hate of Saxons.
Yeah. So it's still a pass though.
Yeah.
And
this may reinflame my camaraderie with Erwin.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I'll let Gareth fish out what's going on.
Yeah. So Gareth hurls himself off like the horse, and like he just throws it behind him. His squire will grab that, and he is just going to put his whole everything into getting this gate high enough to either get people in to help or get knights out of this trap.
Right. Oh yeah. So I think it's just like strength,
and I get +5 or 10. I always forget.
I think you get 10 for your passions. It's either I forget too. It's like is it +5 minus 10? No, it's +10 minus 5. I think is how it works if you fail.
Yeah. Okay. That is a success.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, but not a crit.
Not a crit.
But with everyone else helping you with a success here, this means that the shots that are like coming at you from like the arrows and the javelins are missing your general area, right? So you're able to operate and do this without impunity, or with impunity. So yeah, so you're getting this thing lifted up, and there's enough for like Erwin to get under now, and like some people like it's maybe like 3 feet high. It's not, but it's your best thing you can do is you can get people in and out now, like slowly, but really you got to get the people on the other side have to open the gate. Like you have to get somewhere up to that gatehouse and crank this thing open, right? Like you're not going to be able to keep this thing where it is. And like everyone's there, and like that means no one. There's a couple knights and horses on the side, like literally just holding their shields, so you guys can get this thing open, right? And everyone's like, where are those fucking ladders? Like everyone's screaming as like arrows are getting just shot everywhere, right? Like this is a mess right now, right? As like the mud slowly turns into blood, like around you all, like you guys are. It's terrible.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Gareth is gonna ask Erwin,
like we're fucking dying, like everyone's just fighting and retreating, and they're stuck, and I'm like people are getting like pinned, like you gotta go.
Yeah, where is the gatehouse door in relation to those of us inside trapped on this in gatehouse area?
dramatically close enough.
Dramatically, okay. I didn't know if we had to get through like a second.
You're gonna have to fight through people to get there for sure. Yeah, like they're gonna let you up there without a fight. But yeah, like there's imagine on each side of the gatehouse there's like those stairs going up, right? Obviously are like full of soldiers, with bowmen and stuff going down there as like a couple of spearmen are near the bottom coming towards you. You're gonna have to fight through like 2 spearmen to get up there to the bowmen.
If I see Erwin is not coming out, there's no hesitation. Gareth goes in.
I will.
Yeah, I'm assuming that there are people who are trying to get the gate open.
Yeah. Well, you have a chance to escape right now, Erwin, if you want, and get on the other side and help people.
Yeah. I've got my arm out.
Or you turn.
Come with me.
Yeah. Or you turn around. Yeah. Or you turn around and try to save everyone else inside.
Man,
you're not going to doom everybody if you leave. So just so you know, the stakes are.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah. I think that the thing to do in this for Erwin, because I'm just looking at his passions and even without rolling them, kind of gauging where I'm at, he can see the predicament he's in. He can see that he's in there with Duke Golfius, who has suspicions about the Earl, who seems content to just let things play out without weighing in on either side. And he thinks if there's any way that he survives this, they got to get that portcullis open. They've got to get the portcullis open, but also find a way in. So he's going to do everything he can to keep it open. If it means getting on the other side to find something to wedge it open with, or something, he's going to order all of his people.
It's might. It's men. Men are holding it up.
Let's just keep it open.
You can have not Morgan. What's her name? Nesta. Nesta can be like, go. I got this. Go. Like, if you needed, like you can have your squire if you wanted to, work on this. In the meantime, but yeah.
Okay. I think that's what he will devote all of his efforts to right now, because getting mixed up in the press of bodies and men.
That's what's going on. You have to fight. You have to press yourself out of this mess because everyone else is trying to fall back too, right?
All right. So I'd have to fight just to get to the portcullis.
No, not fight, but push yourself through a crowd who's going the other way, right? They're retreating back. Like
I get what you're saying now. I think we're on the same narrative page. So this a strength roll to make my way through?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. There we go.
Yep.
Go.
Yeah, you're able to push past as you need. You're fighting for like every inch over people. Like someone goes down and you just like immediately step through. People, and really it's more people are fighting you to get into your spot. Right.
Sure. Except they're gonna just like press themselves into it.
Yeah, and you're using your shield more than anything here to like just deflect, like dodge people away so you can glide through these people, right? But you're able to break through, and there's a couple of people still fighting and stuff. No awareness test needed, but you see the Duke still hanging out there, knocking down Saxons left and right.
Yeah.
His honor men people are there, but they're starting to fall. Everyone's kind of, it's just this big old mess.
Okay.
The Duke's absolutely been shot a few times. Like, he's hurting at this point.
It happens. All right. We'll do everything we can to help keep the gate open while they break the Saxons and ladders get here. And then we'll see where it goes.
So basically there's this concerted effort of people that, I guess maybe even with hand axes, just trying to chop this thing down like as best as they can and break it up as well. Other people are holding it so they can kind of like roll or drag them through. Right, like just anything you can at this moment to like try to get this thing open. People are like frantically trying to figure out what to do. And there's a few people there, and everyone doesn't. Yeah, no one right now is like trying to can get to the gatehouse. They're trying, but you got to fight. They're just fighting people right now, which is where you just kind of step in and being a protagonist.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing more we can do, and I still have a spot. He is going to, or still have an action. I think he's going to start. He's got to take that gatehouse.
Sure. And so before we go to that, right?
Yeah.
Gareth, what do you do when you're like, you've done this thing for your friend, right? And he's like, nah, man, I'm not leaving everyone in here.
That's fine. It's it's not to get Erwin to safety. It's to get Erwin next to me. If we're to die, it's going to be shoulder to shoulder or back to back. There's not going to be wall or portcullis between us. That is in Gareth's head. That's where he is. So if Erwin is here now helping drag people under this thing, brute strengthening it high enough.
Erwin's leaving. Erwin's going to the gatehouse. He's going away from you. He's not. I
think he made his way initially to the portcullis, and then it was just it saw how mess it was.
Yeah,
it was like, and you're going to the gatehouse.
Yeah.
Then no hesitation. Yeah. No hesitation. Then I look at Iscaron and I'm like, get down off your fucking horse, and I'm going to point at the portcullis and say, everything, your everything is that, and
run out and go under it, trying to follow him. Oh
yeah, I'm going. Hell yeah.
Okay,
let's take this. We're gonna make this gatehouse our fucking home. Let's do it.
All right. You're gonna need to do a strength test as well. So while you're doing that, you're gonna have to fight two spearmen here, Erwin. There's just so many. They're coming all over you. Yeah, you're able to fight there. Cool. So you're gonna fight. You're actually gonna end up fighting one spearman as you're thinking you're squaring up against two, and then all of a sudden the sword comes over of Garrett's as he's by your side here fighting, and you're fighting 1-on-1.
Nice. Don't you still have the bonus going from Impassioned?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do.
Are your passions for hatred Saxons greater than 16? Because I would ask you that you were required to roll it by law.
No, mine started at 16, but I don't know if it's degraded any.
No, I think you've been sufficiently racist towards Saxons.
I would say so. Okay. It's 16. It's right at 16.
I'm fine with leaving it.
Okay. I think, though, given the dire situation he's in and how, he didn't listen to his own suspicions on this one, kind of let himself be like, yeah, we'll see. But it seems like a trap. He just thought it was the wrong kind of trap.
You even said it seems like a trap, and none of us paid attention. God, this is.
And so he's doing this because the thought of Lady Grade having to get the news another time is too much for him. And we're gonna roll. Ooh. Every time, I know it's only 5%, but every time, this is going to be the time that he chokes.
It's I've crit failed more when I got my sword up to 19 than I have when it was down at 15.
Right? Yeah. All right, this is against the
Pendragon. Yep. Yeah. Okay, you crit the spearman. I'm not going to be able to beat that at all.
And I'm also fighting a spearman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you crush him. He crits you. Of course he does.
Ooh, Gareth.
Oh, Gareth.
Why do we? Oh, Gareth. No. Oh, this Gareth, game.
Dude. All right, Gareth. All right, buddy. 32. Minus 16. Take 16.
I have 27, so minus 16. I can't math. 12, I think.
37 minus 16 is not. Is 11.
That's.
You unconscious?
I have a phone. No.
What's your maximum hit points?
27. And I'm at full. Yeah, so I don't think I'm down.
Minus 16 is 11.
Yeah, and my unconscious is 7, so nearly there.
But you've taken. You have to make a dexterity test because you're on foot or you get knocked down.
Yes, correct, which is a coin flip for me.
So
crit.
Oh my god, so you stabilize. Check. Oh, you don't check abilities. That's good though.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like check sword. First off, Erwin. You crit, check sword. Colin, holy shit. That's awesome as hell. So there's this point where you get hit so hard with this spear. Erwin looks at you. I don't know, what you tell me, and you're still standing though, and he definitely should have been destroyed again. You've seen that crunching sound before, and you're like, I'm actually fine. What is that?
Again.
Oh, and I'm here. Ow!
Yeah.
Good thing I was here.
I've taken a major wound every battle for a decade.
It's literally It's a fucking first roll. It's like, it's a 13. I roll a 13.
Oh my god.
I don't. How do you explain this? How do you explain this? You can't. All right.
You can't.
Yeah.
You
So,
can't.
but if you crit a spearmint, don't worry. Like he's dead.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
There's one left, and it's 2-on-1. So he's basically fucked. So as long as you guys like crit him, he's dead.
You don't say that, Eric. You just crit me once.
I mean, he's going to split your stuff under D20. He's going to do 6 against Erwin and 7 against Gareth.
I still rolled a 3.
He succeeds. No, he fails on both of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Both of you hack him down.
Yeah.
2 hits will be the same as a crit. Basically, if you 2 hits worth, aka a crit's worth, would be enough to kill these people. As far as the fight goes for me, right?
That's fine. These are just like levy spearmen. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
Churls.
Yeah. The downside though, for this is, can each of you roll me a d6 for me? And if you roll a 5 or a 6, I'm gonna shoot you with an arrow.
Oh man, Gareth.
Oh, okay, buddy.
Getting Boromired over here.
Oh my god.
We fumbles, so you're good.
Okay. The D&D part of me was like, oh no.
Right.
The 20. Yeah. All right. So you don't take an additional 3d8 damage. You're good. Go. All right. I mean, the next set of spearmen. You have the last set of spearmen, then you're into the archers, then you're into the gatehouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are you good to fight?
So long as I draw breath.
All right. Let me take the lead.
Yeah.
That's a crit.
Yep. Fail against Gareth. Fail. 2 fails. So it's 1 swordsman. There's another round. This guy has to split his attacks. 7 against Erwin. 6 against Gareth. 7 against Erwin. 6 against Gareth. Fucking fumbles again. Okay, you dispatch them. You've cleared through the row of spearmen. There's a couple more knights being like, "What are they doing?" Kind of thing, right? As you guys are cutting your ways up there. Your house knights aren't with you. They're all ordered.
Oh.
They're trying to get this portcullis open, right?
Yeah.
These archers are basically going to try to like flee as you like kill one of them automatically, right?
Right.
They can't really do anything. 1 Wilhelm screams as they fall down, right?
Insides are spring loaded.
Right. Yeah. And then but I think the important part to keep it moving is that you get to the gatehouse, right?
Get to the gatehouse,
and you two just need to do a couple strength tests.
Okay.
A failure doesn't mean progress. A failure means that like you're going to get attacked by a spearman as they're charging in, right?
Yes. Is there something lying around with which we could, like an axe or something like that, we could use?
I mean, it's on like one of those things where you have to like push like a not like a millstone, but
okay. This is the actual thing to raise it.
Yeah.
Okay, not to break into it. Gotcha.
Oh no, you don't have to break into the door or anything like that. No.
Okay.
No, that's the part where you kick down the door and you do it, and you fumbled your strength. You broke.
I think that makes
sure. Then that means I think that just means archer fire.
Okay.
So again, 5 or 6, you get shot at.
Yep.
Both of us
every time.
Erwin too.
Did you?
Yeah, both of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think Gareth like gets to the wheel and like goes to push it and just does one of those things where like folds around it. He's like, I'm significantly more hurt than I thought. And then an arrow comes.
It's definitely true. Yeah, I just critted you.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, dude. This is
it. This is the end of Gareth. This is the end of Gareth. I don't think we get him to a medic in time, right? How fucked in this?
This is 66. 26.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think your shield automatically factors into your range attacks.
Yep.
So you take 10.
6. Oh, I only take 10. That's okay. That's
you probably are you unconscious?
Very unconscious. Oh, but I have a hit point left, so I'm not dying.
You're not done.
That's important.
Yeah.
So just yeet me over the wall. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah.
No one's gonna yeet you anywhere. But yeah, you collapse. You get shot, and that's why you don't push. You're like, you go, and then you're hit. Erwin, you're a god, and somehow you're just like,
And
Gareth, how are you?
Gareth is just gonna be made of leather.
How do you explain this? That I rolled 2 13s? Like, you're like, first off, you have to roll a fucking 5 or a 6. Second of all, then I have to just roll as an unopposed roll against you, for the archery.
oh my god.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. Okay, so I'm rolling strength.
Yeah, you need to do another test of it. There you go. I was gonna say you need basically 2 more successes, but a crit will push it through, and then like
Sweet.
the gate gives away, and they're like, it gives away, and like people are pulling out there. You all are kind of stuck up in the gatehouse. You're gonna need help.
We are the rest of the army is pulling back, getting out.
Yeah, they're pulling out, but I think at this point, like the ladders are getting up there too, right?
Okay,
like,
all right. Yeah, if it looks like, if we're taking the city, if they're not like reassessing things and withdrawing, then
no, you're not taking the city. You're getting out of the city. You're succeeding at retreating.
Okay, I understand. Then he's going to grab Gareth and make his way back down the way they came.
Oh yeah, cool. You have to leave your shield then, right?
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine.
Oh yeah. Cool. Roll a d6 for me.
Arrows. See if any more arrows hit my body.
5.
No, I want to do that to you.
You can use my body as a shield.
No.
All right,
Double
they missed
the armor.
though. But you're shot.
Okay.
You're getting shot as you're like making your way with like your sword and fucking Gareth on your back, going down these stairs, right? Like you see the broken arrows spattering around you
God.
as you're running down here. Yeah. Cool.
Is there any chance we could see our horses or
no?
Erwin's
God,
horse?
no. There's way too many people. I mean, you could grab another horse. Like, there's probably a dismounted horse somewhere. It's not your horse.
I'll grab the first one.
Your horse. Yeah. God knows where that horse is at this point. You don't.
It's probably
hopefully
dead.
your squire's got it. Otherwise, yeah.
Right.
Well,
I don't know.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
So
he'll
much-
continue down,
yeah.
get to a horse as fast as possible.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Another d6 for me, just to see if you're taking any shots. No. Okay. So they're just vaguely around.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Erwin
Yeah, so
continues
you're
his charmed life.
Yeah. You're able to get to the horse, and you're able. Eventually, you're able to get out of here. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
This was a disaster, and we come back to Uther's camp, and there's hundreds are dead. Ulfius himself is wounded.
Yeah.
He won't be fighting tomorrow. Obviously, Gareth isn't gonna be fighting tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did our the rest of our lances fare? The rest of our household knights.
They weren't really in the fight, so I think no one's at a risk of dying. I mean, maybe like someone got hit with an arrow or something like that, but ultimately they're gonna be okay, and they're gonna be fighting tomorrow.
They were all
so it's not really. Yeah, you didn't ask anyone to come with you into like the actual danger zone.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's worth rolling.
We get glory for those spearmen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Taking the gatehouse.
Yeah, I think you'll get 15. 15 for each spearman. No, I'm sorry, that's too high. It's like 10.
Yeah.
10 for each spearman. So that's 2 apiece. Let's give you 2 complimentary bowmen. Everybody just for fighting your way up there. Yeah, and then nothing for surviving arrow fire.
Do we get anything for like making sure the flower of our army wasn't destroyed?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think so. I think that's maybe where we zoom in as like, who was like, who got the gate? Like Uther probably wants to know who got the gate open. Like this was a disaster, and he's like, he's fucking so mad. He's sick. He's like coughing. While he's doing like, where is that Duke? Why would he do this? This flagrancy of my power. And like, he's sick. He doesn't have anyone to rage. And he's like, send me that knights that saved us. And you get called into the command tent. I was reckless. You've saved them. You saved my army.
I couldn't stand the thought of doing nothing. It was a trap.
Get 250 glory because you saved the Duke basically for it.
Each
This
or
man, you've given us 250. No, I think you get half.
yeah.
You get a participation trophy.
It's all right. This is not the first time.
No,
Yeah.
no. You will be getting half. Erwin, do you want to make a case that it wasn't just you?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I would. I think Erwin would because number one, Gareth is his lifelong friend, and Gareth was there, shed blood.
Test modesty.
Yeah.
I mean, your modesty is super high. I don't expect it to fail, but
Keep saying these things.
Less
this is
high
how I
than
got
it used
crit
to. It's less high than it used to be.
Could have been you.
That's true.
Crits. Oh, there you go. You're good.
It's a 13. That's the lucky number.
That's
I
the
think you
lucky
should check your modesty because you've never been. I mean, roll pride as well. Roll pride as well, but definitely check modesty. Check. I don't think you can lose with that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Definitely pick check modesty for this because like this is the first time you've been really tempted to be like that you, and it's not that you wanted to brag, it's just that you wouldn't have you almost neglected to mention.
Yeah.
Right. So you get the full credit there, Gareth. You get the full credit.
Nice.
So you don't get half, you get full for this modesty test.
I'm gonna love that when I wake up.
No, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I think Erwin's going to be very, Uther's upset. He's just going to be like, "Yep, thank you very much. Glad to help." Because he doesn't want to do anything that's going to keep his attention on him.
And Uther, yeah, exactly. Well, Uther's basically thanking you for basically saving the rest of his army that he'd be able to field tomorrow. But everyone feels pretty damn hopeless tonight. The knights around your fire are worried. Colin made it out. There's talking that the Saxons outnumber you 3-1. That's the rumor. And there's no sign of Madoc.
How's the Earl doing?
I mean, the Earl's pissed, but also happy that you're back as well. He's like, God damn it.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't there. I guess I misheard.
Yeah, I was reckless of you, but thank you for saving them. You're a good man. And good night.
I hope that counts for something soon, because this has the feeling of a gathering storm.
Mm-hmm.
Something isn't sitting right. Where's Madoc and why?
Horns go out at camp, and it's Madoc's trumpeteers.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. And you guys are since you're talking to the Earl, you're near and you just got rewarded, right? I think you're you have the best seat of the house to see Madoc come in at this moment. Sorry, Colin, you're unconscious.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm actually gonna refresh myself on the major wound rules real quick while you.
You see Madoc and his retinue come into camp, following of which are thousands of Irish mercenaries, basically, or allies to aid you in this fight. This could just be a fact that you are, after this huge fight and how exhausted you are and tired and almost down, hopeless it feels for tomorrow's battle, that he is riding that horse very, very proudly. His posture on his horse, maybe it's his beard. Your doubts about tomorrow kind of fade seeing him as he traunches through this camp. Saunters, I guess. He has swag and pride, but not just in I'm a big boy and I'm a popular person and I know it, but in a presidential, in a kingly way, for the first time.
Yeah.
There's just a je ne sais quoi to him. When you see him riding through the camp this time here, he's just changed his look a little bit, right? Yeah. And you're just I'm feeling better now, right? And he dismounts his horse, ties them up, and kind of looks at you strangely as he kind of goes into the tent and doesn't say anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
right? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why do I keep crossing paths with you? It's kind of like the, his moment here. It's like, oh, that asshole, really?
I know what you did.
Right? And you hear and you just hear from outside, and that Madoc, he goes and sees his literally his dad he hasn't seen in a couple years, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Father, and he's like, come here. He's like, oh, you've been, a sight for sore eyes. You hear him kind of hug. And, are you sticking around or are you leaving?
He's gonna stick around.
Sure. You hear inside the camp, that Madoc first off apologizes about the boy. He wasn't able to save him. Right? But we'll talk about that. He says he'll talk about that later. What happened? Why is everyone here super depressed? Why is our field hospital, what happened? And then that's when Uther's like, it was Silchester. Try to take the glory for themselves. They wouldn't caution them to wait for you. Good. Well, we have much to discuss about strategy for tomorrow. They're going to fight us in battle on the field. This is good. We can use this to our advantage. They're going to think that they have us. So they're going to fight us on our own terms on the field. And here's how we can win. And he's like being like real, like, I got this. Yeah, and you just hear a little bit of strategy and stuff, and then you kind of know you guys are supposed to go.
Is there any way to gauge the temperature of the Silchester contingent?
Yeah,
because they bore the brunt of the losses, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're not hot. They are. Probably casualty rates about 20% of however went out. So I think of 1,500 knights, probably 500 of them are probably Silchester, maybe 300, 500.
Yeah,
it's one of the biggest parts of Logris. That's why I'm giving it a fair shake of that. So yeah, 100 knights are killed, 100 knights wounded, maybe more.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge loss. It was a huge blunder. Yeah, the Duke would be. Yeah, you don't want to be the Duke right now. You don't want to be. No, you don't want to be him at all right now.
I think sucks. given it does suck to be him. Given Erwin's sort of suspicions and what he knows about Madoc, Erwin smells a power vacuum that's about to be fought over by a lot of desperate people.
Yeah. Nobody, the honor guard for Silchester, nobody's allowed to see the Duke.
Really?
He's recovering. Yeah. They don't want, unless the actual physicians, right? Other than that, they're not letting anybody near him.
Anybody in.
Man, there's a lot of angry people being like, he just lost us the battle tomorrow.
Yeah, we might have a lot of men, but we don't stand united.
It's not like Silchester's going to leave the field because of this, right?
Sure.
Absolutely not. Anything, they need to get back in your good graces.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, it was a risky move. If it worked, if it actually worked and you took the city, that'd been awesome. But
that's why we wouldn't let him get away with it solo.
This is the first time the Saxons played you, though.
Yeah.
This seems like a sophisticated move for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got that leader around.
They got you. Yeah, Octa.
Who's Octa? That Octa. Guy. There was Battle of Meerkurt Creek. It was they lined up on top of a hill. That was as sophisticated as they got.
Yeah.
We thought we were still fighting those Saxons. We're not. These are new guys.
They're forming super alliances.
Yeah, you are
fighting a new season.
Yeah.
New season of The Last Kingdom, right? This is
right.
Okay. I think he's gonna keep quiet in the rest of it.
The troops from Malahout are up march with him. March with Octa. It's a united force of the Saxons from Kent and the Saxons north in Malahout. They're all here. Yeah, and you see it. So it was the Kent. Not that it really matters. It was the Kent Saxons in there. They mostly did the buildings. Those are Octa's men. So yeah, he wanted to lead he tried to trap someone personally, basically to get y'all, but it didn't work out this time. So then I guess next week we'll go to battle unless there's anything you guys want to do tonight. I don't think we have time. It's 5:45. We're not gonna have time to do a full battle.
No.
But
I think Erwin's just going to counsel the Earl and see how Gareth's doing. I wouldn't mind seeing what's up with Gareth.
Let's do Gareth's health.
Yeah. Sure. They have like a nice, at this point now they have a special reserved spot on the pile of dead bodies for Gareth just in case. No, so reading up on the rules,
first aid roll per wound. So you have to roll 2
per
wounds.
wound. I have 2 wounds, so I could regain 2d3, right? I could regain 6 hit points. What is the skill of the medic tending
18.
me?
And obviously, I'm not the one rolling. It's your character here.
Yep. So 1 success, 2 success.
Red success, blue success.
4. All right. That means I am still unconscious.
Oops. Yeah. Okay. So Friday.
I'm basically in and out, right? Outside of combat, being below unconscious just means you're not really lucid. You're kind of out of it.
Well,
and
it's the end of the session. You can be lucid if you want to have a scene with Erwin, right?
Yeah, I think Iskarun comes and gets you, knowing that you were waiting for him to wake up, and is like, Gareth is awake.
Yeah. Come in there. Sit down beside Gareth's cot there.
The arrow is like right next to you.
Yeah. Just a big, nasty wound.
Yeah. I think it went in through like the bicep into my body and like pinned my arm there because I lost a point of strength. I think there's yet more soft tissue. I've been going back and forth on the strength, up and down.
Are you back down to 4 dice?
Thankfully, no. I got a buffer.
There you go. There you go.
Buffer.
I don't think you have any internal organs. It's like that's your secret.
I've got scar tissue. Yeah. The medic. This comes out. It's just like it turns out it was just scar tissue all the way down. There's nothing left.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen worse. Yeah. I think that's how Erwin will lead it. You've looked worse after a fight.
Well. Don't sugarcoat it for me.
He doesn't know the results.
Yeah, I'm like, I think, but Gareth knows it was bad. How angry is Uther, and how righteous is his anger?
His anger is righteous, and it's considerable. But he favors us, as we were the ones who saved his army.
You saved his army, Erwin. I just followed you and collected some Saxon spears.
Modesty has never been your strong suit, Gareth.
No. Oh, God, that hurts.
Oh, God, that's good.
You fell on the crank. I don't know what you call this. The winch. Yeah. And Uther knows.
Well, I will never claim to know that what I'm doing at any point in time is right. But sometimes God thinks so. And I'll say I've never once regretted following you. If I'm alive, it's because God agrees.
I have never once regretted having you at my side.
As well. Hold on to that. Once we meet with that bloody Saxon Octa, we'll see how far that goes.
Yes. Well, we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Yes, we will. Should be ready to fight by tomorrow. Yiskaran's like by the side going.
Best to rest. Yeah, I think at this point, Erwin is just kind of like, the thoughts running through Erwin's head might be, would he be able, if it goes south and the worst thing happens tomorrow, to get Gareth out of there?
Yeah, I mean, he's not in a position to ride very well,
Yeah.
Like this was...
No, you have, I mean, even at best, you heal your healing rate of hit points every Sunday.
Every Sunday, yeah.
At noon.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
No, Gareth is not going anywhere. Let's see if I can lose another squire in battle.
Yeah, so you'll play your squire. House knight. You play anywhere you want.
I think Gareth is going to ask that of Erwin. Be like, I will sit this one out, but Iskaran should not. He held that gate open while we fought our way into the gatehouse. And Gareth is going to look directly at Iskaran, like eye contact and everything. Like, you're ready. Yes. And if you're not, Saxons will kill you. So, one of the two.
Very good.
A wise knight once said, it's not about the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. And I found it. I'm ready. I can do this for you.
Oh, it hurts. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
all right for you.
It's a good place.
It's a good place for the game. Ooh.
This fucking game, I love it so much.
I am
so sweaty. Like every time. I love it. I worry that I come off like I'm like pissing and moaning. I
would piss and moan too, when it's like fucking roll a d6 and you're like, how is it possible? How am I getting
it's perfect. No,
Erwin floats through the battle
with grace.
Yeah, I know. Like literally, like this is how do you even explain it?
Yeah, that Levy spearman just got lucky. Yeah. Just that's all it takes. Just a little bit of luck.
It takes a little bit of luck.
All right, good stuff. I hope you all enjoyed that game. So we'll come back with 495 Part 2 next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's go around the horn. God damn. Colin, start with you.
Hi, I'm Colin Vulcanet. I am one half of the Phantom Roll Booth. We do RPGs and RPG adjacent stuff. Right now, you can find me here doing this. Additionally, I hope by the end of the month, I will have my itch.io page up. And there are a couple of things I'm going to be publishing on that. And finally, the Eat the Rich anthology is finally coming out. Rather than as an anthology, they're being published in little zines of like 5 adventures each. I just got word that my adventure is going to be in the first zine coming out, themed on revolution. So check out my Twitter at ColinetLikeIC, and you'll find any updates there when shit hits the fan.
It's very good. Very good. So yeah, I mean, what a game, right? I was just thinking of it, like when we first started the battles. Like they were tense, but it was also like our lives hung in the balance against just regular soldiers sometimes. And then to contrast it, at least from Erwin's experience with like, I mean, I don't know what I was afraid of, like this just flowing through this fight versus Garrett's experience. And yet you have a sword of like one less than Erwin's. Yeah. It's not like you're a slouch.
No, you know? I'm like, really good at swordsmanship.
It's just,
I swear, audience, I swear to God, Gareth is a good swordsman.
He's a good knight.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So just like how it's like it's on a knife's edge with what you get. So I love it. I am Jim of WebDM co-host, where we're over on YouTube making Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop RPG related videos. And then on WebDM Plays, which is another YouTube channel we've got where we post a bunch of our actual plays and stuff like that. So yeah, go check it out. Like we've got some stuff up there. Grant's been running Night's Black Agents, I think.
Yes.
And it's been like, I haven't gotten to see them all, but it's like captivating. I was like, all right, I gotta devote time to watching this. So go and check those out. Yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay. That leads me to try to. I still need more time to decompress. The game's so good. Yeah. So I'm EricVulgaris everywhere. Let's see. I'm on Sunday Sundays Oath of Endosteel. Mondays, obviously, we got Pendragon. Wednesday, Sunfall Cycle. On Jesse Cox's channel. Assuming just YouTube this stuff or follow me on Twitter to get everything. And then I'm going to be in a new Wrath and Glory game Friday nights on ELH's channel. ELHMK1 on Twitter. His guy does a lot of streaming stuff, and I'm excited. And I've watched a lot of his games for Star Trek Adventures, and now I'm finally in a show for Wrath and Glory with him, so it's fun. So yeah, so I'm doing them more stuff. But y'all, Pendragon's been such a ride. I love it. I love where we're going. I love this group. I'm so excited. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to finish the year.
I'm like, I want to know what happens in the rest of 495, but I also don't want to know because it's going to be a ride.
It is going to be a ride. I have a pretty good picture now. After today, hopefully.
Yeah. So, how bad could it have gotten? Do you think? We think we could have we could all died in there.
You could have all died in there. The Saxons basically could have been taking over Logris. There's a lot of stuff that could happen.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. This is the dangerous. Yeah. Right. It's just this giant. It's big old. That's bait.
Yeah. Oh man. Golfius.
That was so in character for us all, though. Right.
Yeah.
Gareth didn't even think about it. He's got energetic 19. Right. Just go. Just do the thing.
Let's do it.
Right. And you said it was a trap, and you didn't even listen to yourself. No one thought about it. Oh.
If it was a trap, then you guys, you walked right in it. Erwin suspected it was a trap. Was ready for it. So why he hung back to get trapped.
Perfect strategy. Awesome. Okay, everybody. We'll see you here next week. Same Pendragon time, same Pendragon place. Good night, everyone. Have a great night.